we have a teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. You know, most people who are fans of Star Wars pretty much forget the most recent three that came out in the early 2000s even exist because they can't stand it. I am not a major Star Wars fan. I think the last three that came out were okay. I thought the first three that came out in the 70s and 80s were what the franchise is. But ever since the Walt Disney Empire acquired the Star Wars franchise, we knew there would be a sequel or a seventh movie because that's what Disney does. They dust off old franchises and make new ones or new movies because, like I said, that is the Disney thing to do. Toy Story 4, big example. They just keep throwing out sequels at you. So now we have a teaser trailer to this movie. And the teaser trailer is a minute and a half. Of that entire minute and a half, about 45 seconds of it was pure black. Now, in this review, I will try not to... going to black. Excuse me. I will try not to fade to black 15 times at 5 to 10 seconds at a time per individual shot of the review. So now I will put some stills from the video right here. I can't put the full trailer, but I can still show you some images of what we get. And it starts off with the desert, and then from the desert we see a stormtrooper, and then with the stormtrooper we see him run away, and then we see this weird little robot, and it's not R2-D2, it's just a weird robot, and it's just going like... And then we see a bunch of stormtroopers and it's flashing, and then there's light flashing around them, and then the door opens up. Then we see this girl on a flying machine. She's brand new to this cast. It looks like I don't know who she is. And then following that, she flies off. We see fighter jets. We see, I believe it was Mark Hamill. So to talk about the cast really quick, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford are all returning to the franchise. They will all be in the movie. The movie takes place 30 years after the movie ended, which pretty much works out. I mean, they all are 30 years, 40 years older since the Return of the Jedi ended. So we have them. So in the beginning, I didn't even talk about this. We hear a voiceover say, there's been an awakening. Now, into this picture right here where we see this guy in all black walking in this forest, we hear the dark side, and he draws the lightsaber, which is shown here. It's a weird looking lightsaber. It's, you know, got the prongs on the side, and it's right at the top. I feel that could be more dangerous for the person holding it than the person he's going to be fighting with it. And then we also hear him say, and the light side, and then we hear the classic Star Wars music, and we see the Millennium Falcon soar off. So then we see the logo, which takes 20 seconds of the minute and a half as well. So now we go from a minute and a half to a minute and 10, and then of the 7 flashes to black, we have they're all about 5 seconds. So there's really 45 to 30 actual seconds of footage. I only could grab 9 stills to show you guys. So there's not a lot to talk about in terms of that. I mean, it's really a tease. Like we have no indication of what this plot is going to be. I think it serves its purpose. I mean, like I said, Walt Disney dusted this off because they bought it and they want to bring in new money and start a whole new franchise for Star Wars up. I actually think this movie would have served a better purpose had it been animated. I think Walt Disney, with Big Hero 6, they did a really good job of animating a Marvel franchise. I think if they just took the Star Wars characters and made an animated movie, it would have been better. How does anyone feel about that? I'm curious, like, would you prefer to see a Star Wars canon animated film to Walt Disney as opposed to a sequel to the 6 we already have? The trailer was okay. It's a tease. We have little seconds of footage, lots of fades to black. I thought it was all right. I'm curious to see the actual full trailer so we can get some indication of the plot. And it was, like I said, okay, I don't really have a big reaction to it. I thought that lightsaber looked really weird. I'm curious to see what else will be coming with it. I really don't have that much else to say about it. I mean, it's so short. The footage was not a lot. So what can you say? I mean, in the comments below, tell me your thoughts about the trailer if you're excited. Now, I'm going to say this really fast, and this is going to be called the section Comments with Rob. Okay, so Comments with Rob, really quick, just 2-3 comments that I'm going to pull up in a couple videos from now on, because some of them are absolutely crazy. So for the first one, it's absolute shit. This is on my review of the Jurassic World trailer. Is a comment about the trailer? Is it about my review of the trailer? Is it about the idea of the movie? I don't get it. Why are you watching your review of a trailer if you think the movie sucks? It's just YouTube trolls. So I found that one interesting. And then this was from my Once Upon a Time review, and I love reviewing that show. It's one of my favorite TV shows out there. the comment is a huge block. It's almost like an essay. And I appreciate the comment. I love it. I find it hysterical. Not a YouTube troller, just a really avid fan. The YouTube world is full of so many comments. So I love reading all comments, even if they're, you know, it's absolute shit. I love them all. I read them. I generally reply to them. So leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the trailer. If you're excited, if you're not excited. I'm really curious to know what fans think about this. I'll do a real trailer review of it when it comes out too, or a review of the actual long trailer, but that might not be out for a little while because it doesn't come out till December 18th, 2015. So we have a couple months to actually get a real trailer, I would assume. And it is done by Disney, so Disney does tend to really tease the trailers for a long time, like Frozen, for example. So yeah, leave a comment, and if you like what I see, if you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button, and I will be back with more videos later. Goodbye, guys.